Are you looking for a monitor arm system for your desk setup, but not quite sure where to start? Well, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the process to make sure that you can find your perfect monitor arm, so stick around. Hi, I'm Camille Knight with RightAngle. Trying to find your perfect monitor arm system can be a little bit tricky. There's a lot of things you have to consider. Not only how many monitors you're trying to support, but also what's the configuration going to look like? Are there any specific adjustment features that you're looking for? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 12 questions that you should ask yourself before buying one. And I'm also going to help you answer them. That way by the end, you have the list of all the requirements that are best for your setup. And just as a side note, it might be helpful to jot down a few notes throughout this video. That way by the end, you'll have your perfect list of requirements. Question number 1, is your monitor VESA compliant? Now this is important to check out just because most monitor arms are going to require a VESA mount. VESA, which is the Video Electronics Standard Association, provides the guidelines for basic hole patterns that are used to make attaching a display to a mount much easier. These patterns are measures between the hole both vertically and horizontally. The most common VESA compliant hole dimensions are 75 by 75 millimeters and 100 by 100 millimeters. To see if your monitor is VESA compatible, you can take a quick peek at the back of your monitor and look for the hole pattern. If the monitor is attached to an existing stand, you may need to remove the mount to reveal the hole pattern. Otherwise, a quick internet search of your monitor make and model should be able to help. Just as a side note, iMacs are typically not VESA compliant. If you answered yes to that question, you have a wide range of monitor arm products to choose from. However, if you answered no, you're going to find that there are very few options for you. Now, if you do not have a VESA compliant monitor, you can either one, purchase an adapter that will make it VESA compliant, or sometimes people just find it easier to find a completely new monitor to go along with their new monitor arm setup. Question number 2, how many monitors do you want to support? If you're looking to only support 1 or 2 monitors, you're going to have a wide range of options to choose from. For those who are looking to support 3 or more monitors, your options are going to be a bit fewer. However, there's still plenty available to choose from. Question number 3, how much does your monitor weigh? Now for each monitor arm system, it's going to have a specific weight limit. So it's important to make sure that your monitor does not exceed that requirement. Now for those who are going to be mounting more than one monitor, it's important to recognize that when the monitor arm system specifies what that weight capacity is, whether or not it's per monitor or if it is total weight. So for example, let's say that you were going to use a monitor arm and support a total of 4 monitors. If the mount's specification says weight capacity is 25 pounds per monitor, then your monitors should weigh no more than 25 pounds each. However, if the specifications say total weight capacity is 150 pounds, then you need to add up the weight of each of your 4 monitors. The total weight of all 4 monitors should be no more than 150 pounds. Question number 4, what is the size of your monitor? Now the same way that monitor arm systems have requirements for weight, they also have them for sizes of the monitors as well. If you've ever shopped for a computer monitor or even a TV, you probably know that the given screen sizes are diagonal measurements, not horizontal. So if you have a 24-inch monitor, that means that when measuring diagonally from corner to corner, the screen is 24 inches. So why is this important? Well, when you're trying to mount monitors side by side, you need to make sure that they don't overlap each other. And unfortunately, the diagonal measurement is not going to assist with that. Measuring your monitor left to right will make sure you account for any part of the monitor that borders the actual screen. Remember, those diagonal corner-to-corner measurements are only for the screen, not the plastic that may be bordering around the outside of it. When monitor arm systems are specifying those size requirements for the monitors that are able to mount, keep in mind that most of the time they are going to be providing the measurements left to right and not diagonally. To find the correct size of your monitor, measure the entire computer monitor in inches from left to right in a straight horizontal line. This includes not only the screen, but also any material that borders it. Question number 5, how do you want your monitors to be configured? Now there are a variety of ways that you can arrange your monitors. To help give you a better idea of the options you have available, we are going to walk you through a few examples of 1 to 8 monitor setups for you. And to keep it simple, we are going to be showing them with the monitors in a landscape layout rather than portrait. Here are the examples: a 1 monitor configuration, 2 monitor configurations, 3 monitor configurations, 4 monitor configurations, 6 monitor configurations, 8 monitor configurations. If you're not seeing the configuration that you want within the examples that we just showed, you may need to reach out to a manufacturer directly and come up with a custom solution. Question number 6. What is the width of your desk? Now, something that can be easily overlooked is how your desk width compares to the monitor arm system that you're using. This is especially important for those who are in either of these two categories. Number 1, a wall, cubicle, or some other object is right up against the left and right side of the desk. Or 2, you're using a standing desk and have stationary objects on either side of it that would get hit by an overhanging monitor. If you are in either of those groups, you're going to want to make sure that the width of your monitor arm system is either equal to or lesser than the width of your desk. If you find that it's not the case, you may want to consider going down to fewer monitors or just changing the configuration. Let's say you want to mount 4 25-inch wide monitors. Remember, that's the left to right measurement, not the diagonal screen size. You've chosen a 4x1 configuration, and this particular system allows the screens to be right next to each other with a minimal gap. We are also assuming the screens will be in a straight line, not curved. First, we're going to calculate the total width of the monitor arm system. To do this, we are going to multiply the size of each monitor, 25 inches, by the number of monitors being mounted, 4. That equals out to 100 inches for the total width of the monitor arm system. Next, let's measure the width of our desk. For this example, let's say that our work surface is 72 inches wide. Comparing those two measurements, we know that the monitor arm system is 28 inches wider than the desk. If that monitor arm was centered on the desk, there would be 14 inches of monitor overhang on each side of it. That's a significant amount of overhang. Especially if you find yourself in one of those two groups that we discussed earlier, you're going to need to either 1, go down to possibly 3 monitors, doing like a 3x1 configuration, or you may want to go into a configuration like a 2x2, or maybe a 1/3. That might be better suited for you. Question number 7. Are you just looking to get your monitors off your desk, or are you looking for something with a bit more adjustability? If you're just looking to get your monitors off your desk, using something like a simple post system is going to probably work the best for you. It's a simple, no frills option, and it'll do exactly what you want as long as you're okay with not having as much adjustment features. If that sounds like you can go ahead and skip to question number 11. However, if you're looking to have more flexibility and adjustment with your monitor arms, there are a number of features that are available. Some of those include height adjustment, which can be done using monitor arms that utilize a gas, spring, or electric arm, or even a post system with an adjustable bracket. Depth adjustment, rotation, tilt, and swivel, and modularity, which means that the system can be reconfigured by purchasing parts and pieces rather than an entirely new mounting system. Question number 8. How often are you needing to adjust the height of your monitors? There are various types of monitor arms that allow you to adjust the height of your monitor. That can include gas, spring, electric, or a post system that has an adjustable bracket. So how are you supposed to figure out which one works best for you? Well, a lot of it comes down to how frequently you're going to be adjusting the height of those monitors. I rarely adjust my monitor height. Now, most users fall into this category. Once you get your monitor arm set up just how you like it, you leave it be for quite a while. While you may slightly change the tilt or rotation of the monitor, the height is usually kept the same. This is typical for those who work at single-user workstations. Your best fit for your monitor arm is going to be a post mount with an adjustable bracket. A post mount allows users to choose their desired monitor height, but it is not easily changed once it has all been set up. This makes it perfect for those who set it up and don't need to frequently adjust the height. With that said, post mounts still allow for tilt, rotation, and even depth adjustments if you decide to add extensions. I frequently adjust my monitor height. For multi-user workstations or those who just need to change their height more often, you'll want to choose between a gas, spring, or electric monitor arm system. Now let's first talk about gas and spring monitor arms. If you only have a 1, 2, or 3 monitor setup, a gas or spring monitor arm will work for you. For those who have 2 or 3 monitor setups, look for a gas or spring arm that enables you to move all monitors at the same time, unless you need them to move independently. If the monitors move in sync, that means that when you do use that height adjustment feature, that they all are going to stay in alignment with each other. On the other hand, if you have monitors that are using independent arms, it's going to mean that you have to move them each individually and then try to align them afterwards. This can be a bit of an annoyance for most users, so that's why we suggest finding a system that has a bracket connecting all monitors together. So should you choose a gas or a spring arm? Well, it kind of comes down to personal preference. You're really going to need to look at which manufacturers are going to fit your other needs and also the configuration. Now let's talk about the electric monitor arm. The electric monitor arm is an ideal system for multi-user and multi-monitor workstations. You can adjust the height of all monitors at the same time by simply pushing a button. Similar to the post, spring, and gas options, the electric monitor arm allows users to have both flexibility in depth, tilt, and rotation adjustments. This option is especially helpful for users who work within, let's say, a lab or security, healthcare, or even like financial trading, or any other environment that utilizes large, heavy monitors. Question number 9. Is the back of your desk up against a wall or cubicle? Workstations that are flush against the wall are going to have fewer options when it comes to monitor arm systems. This is because the monitor arms don't have room to extend beyond the back of the work surface. If you answered yes to this question, you'll want to look for a more shallow monitor mount so you can create enough distance between you and your computer screen. This will be the case for most users who have a desk in this environment, unless you have an extremely deep work surface. A single post mount will help you maximize the distance between you and your monitor. Now, if you want to have some depth adjustment options, you can add a single extension arm per monitor. Trying to use 2 extensions per monitor will likely cause your computer screen to be too close to you as you work. 2 or more extensions are better suited for environments where there is an open space for them to go beyond the back of the work surface. Question number 10. Will your monitor arm be placed in the corner of an L or U-shaped desk? Placing a monitor arm in the corner of an L or U-shaped desk increases the depth of the work surface. This means you'll have less issues with pushing your monitors back far enough, as we had mentioned in question number 9. Now, if you answered yes to this question, here are a few notes. The first one, make sure that you have sufficient number of extension arms to bring your computer screen close enough to where you can see it. Note number 2, you're better off using a grommet mount, which is when a monitor arm is secured by creating a hole in the work surface. Using a clamp mount creates a lot more depth that would need to be overcompensated by adding additional extension arms, and that can create some instability. Question number 11. How do you want to mount your monitor arms? Using a clamp mount or a grommet mount? Now, using a grommet mount is the preferred option here. That's when you actually cut a hole in the work surface and the clamp goes through it. A grommet mount gives you more flexibility to put your monitor arms in your ideal position. It helps with depth issues, like pushing your monitor back far enough, and wire management is also cleaner and more manageable. If for some reason a grommet mount isn't possible, a clamp will still do just fine. Question number 12. What is the budget for your monitor arm system? Now, the cost for monitor arms is a bit all over the map. So when you're creating a budget for your new monitor arms, here are a few things to keep in mind. The more features and bells and whistles that the monitor arm has, the more expensive it's probably going to be. Oftentimes, lower cost monitor mounts will be less stable and have more bounce to them, which means that it will move while you're working. Also, take a peek at the assembly instructions for the monitor arm. The more assembly required usually translates to lower cost. And lastly, if a standard off-the-shelf monitor arm won't fit your needs, you may need to spend a little bit more money for a custom system. If you have any questions about how to find your perfect monitor arm, please contact us at info@raproducts.com. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to click the like button and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on all things office furniture. Thanks for watching.